Highlight is number one. We knew it was going to be a volatile session. We had almost 600,000 in pre-market trade. Overnight range was big. We knew yesterday was busy, so should not be difficult to know we're going to have some momentum, more volatility, more momentum. When and if you could line up, this is just there was a really bunch of good iceberg moments, but we've covered that in previous highlights. Just keeping it simple. Up here, you've got the ES. You see a swing low that came in. These are things that we know that are obvious. Another swing low that came in. It's obvious. Everybody could see that. And then you start having some rotational lows. Everybody could see that. Well, when everybody could see it, whatever looks obvious, do the opposite. This is obvious, and you know you got people who are long, putting sell stops, trying to get out of their long below it. They'll try to and get nervous. And then you'll get people saying, hey, look, mommy, it was great support. It was great support. So they buy it, but little Johnny doesn't know how to get out of a loser, and he just goes and cries to mommy, and he's the reason why the market will go lower. At some point, you cannot continue to think the more you see support, the more it's going to be support. Just think about it a second. If it's obvious to you, if it's obvious to a fifth grader, it's obvious to most of the rest of the world then. Most of the rest of the world are going to try to get long. Most of the rest of the world, after they get longer, are trying to sell it higher. They're going to try to sell it higher. It's going to beat the price down. They're going to get that bigger size absorbing the longs, trying to get long. Then these guys put sell orders in, and then the sell orders push the market. So again, we were looking for downside through 37. I thought we'd get the downside through 37 here, but I said I'm wrong above here. So I'm not wrong up here. Then I thought, well, this upside could be bullish. But if we break through around there, which we did aggressively with no qualifications to get long, then it's not bullish. So you're letting the market give you your opinion. Then we get bearish again and say this is going to break this consolidation box that they've been setting up, and they're going to stick a bunch of people trying to get long because they've seen how well it worked there and there. All right. So not only did you have that sequence where you're going to have a lot of downside action below it, but you had this come out of nowhere to the downside, which pisses off a lot of people that are long. Most people get long after price goes up, or get bullish. I'm sorry, get bullish after price goes up. Then they're trying to get long, maybe playing, and they're all getting, bam, they get stuck with no chance to get out. You stick a lot of longs, you have a lot of sellers. Then you stick more people getting long because they see how well it works over here. Now you got a lot of longs and you got a lot of sellers, you know where price is going. Now, here's the key. The NASDAQ had the similar setup at the same damn moment. Here's the NASDAQ. Take a look at this right here. This is what the NASDAQ was setting up. They had the big sell-off that pissed off a lot of longs, and then they had this bottom of rotation. And I said, they get through 36, they're gone. And they get through 36 in the NASDAQ, they're going to get through these 37s in the ES. And the NASDAQ led the ES for downside. And then there was really nice confirmations and magnets and icebergs and other order flow stuff we look at. But just contextually, understanding real time and how other people feel and letting the market change your opinion instead of your emotions is going to give you the best chance to have a nice weekend.